Board of Selectmen Sewer Commissioners meeting is called to order. Members present are everybody except Christina Pedoni. This meeting is being televised but is not virtual due to technical difficulties, so there is no Zoom information available. Moving forward, we have the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have a 15-minute public comment as an opportunity for the public to address their concerns and questions regarding town operations and programs to the board, except in urgent circumstances, any matter, which shows up on the next page. Presented for consideration by the board shall not be discussed in detail nor acted upon by the board meeting at this meeting. A scheduled time on a future agenda may be set at the board's discretion. Do we have any public comment? And I don't have to check the Zoom since it's not.
We do have one public sitting here.
I was going to ask, but I was told that Mark already took care of it, so I don't need to. Just to let you know what's going on is that we have a lip on Gates Brook up on West Boylston Street.
You should state your name and
Oh,
address.
Dave Femia, 86 Sterling Street. Anyways, so we have this, this is our last night was our second meeting, and the thing that's really frustrating is that we had sent out all the information to the boards, to other boards, and we're not getting, the only person that we really had a response from was the water department. So we don't have anything from the sewer commissioners, so I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure that there's sewer on town sewer on West Boylston Street, but I'm not sure if Pierce Street has sewer or not. And I think that's an important factor, because if the developer has to do something, doesn't have sewer back there, he's either gonna have to put in a septic system, or he's gonna have to run a line from West Boylston Street all the way back to Pierce Street. So the last time we had a 40B, the petitioner came to the sewer commissioners, and they had a report from Weston and Sampson to say, yes, we have enough, we can handle the load and all of that stuff, but we haven't had anything. We don't want to wait till the last minute, because that's just not the way it's supposed to be. We need to have all this information so that when comes time for us to make a decision, we have everything in front of us, and, we can be able to work with the petitioner to get everything done. So, but I guess Mr. Frieden has already taken care of that, so.
Well, sort of. I requested it on the agenda. It'll probably get on the next agenda.
Okay, so that's all I had to say. It's very important that we have all the information so that we can make a fair and good judgment call. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Dave.
Failing any other public comment, I'd like to review and vote to approve warrants for the periods covering January 15th, 2025 through February 5th, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have the approval of the meeting minutes for October 16th. We have a revised edition that Mark's got at the table here. Why don't we skip over that while you take a few minutes to read it. New business, referral of floodplain bylaw and zoning map update to the planning board.
Yes, we have to refer it to just
Okay.
send it to them.
All right.
There was a letter that was sent to Ms. Bedoni, and I mean, just as a formality, just send it down to the planning board as a motion or.
All right, well, do I have a motion to,
Motion forward that letter to planning board.
do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Great. Annual town meeting, vote to set time for the annual town meeting, May 19th, 2025, per town bylaws.
So moved.
Second,
Wait,
but I have a question.
we need the time.
So you have to set the actual time that it starts, yeah, because the date it starts is set in your bylaws, so you have to choose a time and set it, and so I assume it's standard time that you've used in the past.
So we actually we had a survey put out over the summer, and the time was changed to 6 o'clock instead of 7. So I propose we do 6 o'clock. The date, I also think, for this one, I think it's fine. But I think going forward, we also talked about having another survey go out to see if there's a better day of the week that works for people. We talked about throwing that survey out in March for the October one. So for this one, great, but I do think we should work on the next survey and have it in the senior center and, at the school and more accessible this time.
We could put
The
it on,
survey, not the meeting.
we could put it on an agenda item.
Yeah, we should, let's put that on an agenda item. All right, so we had a motion, we need to pull that motion back because we need, or at least amend the motion.
I am on the motion to set the time at 6 PM.
And do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, great. And then we, yes, sir.
I'm just curious, who did that survey go out to? I never seen anything about changing the time or the date.
We talked about it many times in this meeting. It went out on the Facebook page. It was at the senior center. It was everywhere.
Never heard of it.
It was online too.
We have to vote to open and close the town meeting warrant, so that pertains to dates, correct? Do we have recommendations for the dates?
I didn't look at that. We typically open tonight, and I think if we made maybe April as a closure.
Okay,
In general, we used to have the standard, if it is May 19th town meeting, we have this, several dates are there. So maybe we'll open up it for today, and then we can get all the dates in the next meeting. That's my suggestion.
I would just suggest throwing it out there as April 25th as the close date.
So we don't want to get too late, because
Yeah.
when you're in the process of making this, if you put it too late, then it doesn't allow enough time. So if
Yep.
we could open it at the next meeting, we could send it.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We just don't want to set a closing date too late and it's not, posted in time for town meeting. So I apologize. We'll get that date for the next meeting. Suggestion. So, but you can vote to open the warrant as of tonight.
so do I have a motion to open the warrant?
I make a motion to open the May town meeting warrant.
Second.
Any discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Great. Are you finished with the,
Yeah, are we talking about them?
I don't know if Raj has had a moment to review
I'm
that.
fine. If Mark reads it.
The only edit was, the vote was 2-3, but the text says all in favor, so I crossed out and said motion failed.
Okay.
Okay. Other than that, as
You
is.
wrote on it, right?
Yep.
Okay, great. I'll fix it.
All right, so do we have a motion to approve the October 16th, 2024 regular meeting minutes as amended by Mr. Frieden?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Great. All right, no old business, that's great. Okay, appointments and resignations. Town administrator, would you?
Sorry, just wait for Mark to get out of the way. Yes, so we have a few people that we'd like to appoint to the townwide planning committee. I met with Sarah Miles, who's a resident here. She's been on, volunteered on many boards before, and she's very qualified and very pleasant. I think she'd make a fine addition, so I'm putting her name forward. And we have a couple of different employee slots that can go on that board too. So I'm recommending our awesome fire chief, Mark Sandowski, and our facilities director, Charles Goss. I think their knowledge in the field will be extremely valuable to us as we go forward.
Now, as we've been educated, the select board's role here is to acknowledge it, not to vote to approve it, so
Acknowledged.
acknowledge, so acknowledge.
And then we also have a resignation from Malcolm Taylor, who is the department assistant in the assessor's office, effective April 10th, 2025. He did great work for us, and we thank him for his service, and we wish him well in his future endeavors.
Excellent. All right, and,
I do have a question follow-up on that.
Sure.
What are we going to do to replace him?
Yep.
Do we
so-
have a replacement?
No, it's so far out, we haven't begun looking at. I've already spoken to our contractor.
Dave Manzello.
Dave Manzello, still learning names, Dave Manzello, and so he's aware that we are going to have this vacancy, and we'll be posting the job shortly. But he's still here for a while, so we haven't done that yet.
So they could handle it, right?
Yes, yeah, it's in the budget, we just need to find a qualified candidate, and they have plenty of bandwidth to train this new person who comes in, because not too many people have assessing experience. It's kind of a quirky job. So, yeah, they have a lot of bandwidth to do this, and I'm confident we'll find someone good.
Yeah. This is way far away, April 10th, so I didn't notice the date. Thank you.
Okay, next agenda item is the town administrator's report, so I'll go back over to...
Thank you. I will try and be quick. It has been a busy 2.5 weeks. I just wanted to, well, first of all, thank you. It's my first town administrator's report. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me, and to all the West Boylston residents, I look forward to meeting with you as well. Over the last couple of weeks, I've been meeting with all the department heads around town, visiting all your municipal buildings, spending time with them, getting to know their challenges, their successes, where they want, departments to kind of move in the future. You have a lot of great staff here. I should note that I also, when I say department heads, I also met with the superintendent of schools and got a tour of the high school, and I also met with the light plant general manager, John Fitch, as well. Not to leave out town hall, we conducted a luncheon. We had a luncheon for all the staff, fed them subs. Thank you to Faye, who organized that, and told me where a good place would be to get subs, because what would I know where the food is around here yet? So we spent an hour together. We got to know each other and talked about our dogs and all kinds of things. So it was a lovely way to meet the staff here, and I look forward to working with them as well. As many of you know, we also held a board and commission meet and greet filled with pizza and fun, and I was able to meet a lot of your board members and make connections and set up meetings, which we did. So, a lot of important connections were made there, and so that was very worthwhile. In addition, I had yet another meeting with the Worcester Regional Transportation Authority Administrator. He's the one who is atop of your regional bus service. You have the Route 30 that runs through West Boylston. It comes up Route 12, runs every 15 to 45 minutes, and is a flag system. And if you're unfamiliar, it means if there's a safe spot where the bus can stop, you could flag it down and get on, as opposed to the old ways of doing things where you have bus shelters. Just so you know, it is the 7th busiest route. It has a 22% increase in ridership over the previous year, so it is a very popular route that comes all the way up to Walmart. And going forward, I will represent West Boylston on the advisory board, just as I did with the Merrimack Valley Regional Transportation Authority in my previous role. I also met with, her name is Cherry Tangri, who's the coordinator out of Worcester, to learn more about the Worcester, Shrewsbury, Grafton, West Boylston IMA, that's intermunicipal agreement for health services that they call the Alliance. West Boylston's been in this group for a long time. It provides a lot of great services to you at a fraction of the cost, so it was very forward-thinking for West Boylston to join this group a long time ago. This is where we get your health agent, Devon, who I've met, who's great, and he's getting his Title V certificate soon. You also get communicable disease services, nursing services, and more from this group. And this is also the same group that is administering your Public Health Excellence Grant, which has been provided by the state to help you in areas of workforce development, data gathering, community engagement, cross-jurisdiction resource sharing, sustainability, and performance measurements. So like I said, great thing that West Boylston is. It's also the oldest shared services agreement for health services in the state. On Monday, February 3rd, we completed a small bridge grant application for the Prescott Street Bridge replacement. But this grant is not to replace it, it's to design a new bridge. If we were so lucky to get the grant from the state, that's $171,108 that we would get. I want to inform you that Tom Degnan, your DPW director, was the driving force in this application, so I want to give him all the credit for that, and I hope we get these funds so that we can replace that aging bridge in time. This week, I also spent several hours with Leslie Gerton, your town accountant, as we begin to put together the FY26 budget from all of your submissions. So we are just beginning this process. We will have questions for the department heads as we work through how to balance your budget, and we will be sending those questions out to them. We already have started, but we will continue those conversations. And the last thing I want to leave you with is to provide you with a notice that I will be reaching out to each of you individually to set up individual meetings so that I can get to know you better and that you can get to know me better. And I also want to use these meetings to begin to gather information so that we can set FY26 goals for ourselves in the town. And during this process, I'm hoping you'll allow me to give you a little bit of homework, and that I would like to get from you 3 to 5 or so issues, priorities, or challenges that you think are the most important things for the town. The department heads will be doing the same thing, but they also have an additional task of providing 3 to 5 priorities for their departments as well. So the difference between those two is, for example, a department head may feel that a big challenge going forward is funding public safety, but the departmental goal might be the regular replacement of firefighter turnout gear. So they'll have kind of two things to do, and at the end, I want to kind of bring all this stuff together, put it on a spreadsheet, see where we all align the most, and then on a future agenda item, I'd like to have that discussion with all of you, and we can sort of set goals for FY26. So I hope that sounds like a good idea, and that you'll be willing to participate in that. And with that, that is my first town administrator report.
Love homework. You like homework, right?
No, I don't like,
Oh, okay.
I don't follow up, somebody's not gonna tell.
All right. Meeting invitations and announcements, nomination papers. All West Boylston registered voters that are interested in running for office may obtain nomination papers beginning Monday, January 27th, 2025 at the town clerk's office. The following are the open seats. Select Board, 2 seats for 3 years. School Committee, 1 seat for 3 years. Cemetery Trustees, 1 seat for 3 years, 1 seat for 1 year. Library Trustees, 2 seats for 3 years, 1 seat for 1 year. Planning Board, 1 seat for 5 years. Board of Light Commissioners, 1 seat for 3 years, 1 seat for 2 years. Housing Authority, 1 seat for 5 years. Board of Water Commissioners, 2 seats for 3 years. Moderator, 1 seat for 3 years. Next agenda item is future item, okay, I'm learning English. Future agenda items, Select Board reports. Do we have any that we haven't already discussed this evening?
I just want to note that we still have 2 seats left on the townwide planning committee that we would like to have applications for. If anybody's interested, send one in.
And that's the committee that town meeting voted to retain, correct?
Yes.
So I would really like to see some folks step up and say, you know what, we voted to retain this, it's important to retain it and make it functional.
Right. Mr. Chair, just want to comment that we did receive a couple more applications.
In addition to that.
In addition to that, we still have more? Okay, so I stand corrected. So, yes, please apply, everybody. Yeah.
Thank you.
So for the future agenda items, we have what was it about
The survey.
survey? And then the one about doing something about this
At the-
sewer commissioners
Yeah.
issuing. Okay.
So anything that we haven't addressed to this point? You're uncharacteristically quiet this evening, Raj.
Say again?
You're uncharacteristically quiet this evening.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so we have an executive session on the agenda. So we'll consider entering into executive session under the provisions of Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 30A, Section 21A, Purpose 3, to discuss strategy with respect to litigation, Department of Conservation and Recreation, DCR, and the City of Worcester sewer transportation fees. And the chair declares that an open meeting discussion may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining position of the public body. I so do declare that it will have a detrimental effect on the bargaining position of the public body. So we will,
So moved.
Before then, we do need to state, we are not coming back to the open session.
correct. So we are not coming back to open session.
Now we can do that.
And so I would like to have a motion.
What he said, so moved?
Second.
All in favor?
Roll call, roll call.
Roll call vote. Thank you, Raj. Raj?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Vanessa?
Yes.
Marcy, yes. All right, thank you.